Just a spectacular weekend. I mean, the wine country is beautiful. The racetrack is such a fun and challenging racetrack, and I mean, I think right now that's probably, and I say, I go out there with this just great attitude and just enjoying the weekend. But I got to say, our road course program has just been way off, and that to me is what I'm more anxious about and fired up about. We just tested Mid-Ohio last week. Yeah, last week with Boris Said, who's also going to be driving for James Finch in a Hendrick car. And so I thought we had a good test. I thought Mid-Ohio was a departure from what we normally do to try to learn something and make some gains. And I feel like we made some gains, and I hope it shows up out on the track in Sonoma.
Yeah, I use everything. I won't let them put a camera on my feet because it looks like I'm breakdancing down there. I was out of control. But, it's a lot of fun to be able to do that. Very technical, very challenging racetrack. A lot of fun. It really is. The hills and things and blind corners and the dive bombs getting in the last corner and over there. And I think there's just so many things that go into getting a good finish there. Running good is one thing, but I'm telling you, getting a good finish there is a whole different ballgame.
Well, for us at Sonoma, we have kind of our own strategy of how we want to play it out, and I certainly don't want to give that away in case any competitors are watching, but the strategy for us is obviously to get the best finish we can every week, but it means even more at Sonoma because of how difficult it is and how easy it is to get tore up there. A lot of side-by-side racing there late in the race and a lot of accidents, so you certainly got to avoid that and kind of run the big picture. Knowing my experience gambit that I have on road courses, have to be very smart to be there at the end.
I've always said it's much more physical going to the road courses inside the race car, and there's, I guess, at times much more risk of having that driver control and not getting out of control and getting off the racetrack. Here you get off the racetrack, you're in the fence. There you get off the racetrack, you're in sand or you're in the sticks, I guess you could say, and that can totally change your day. And something as simple as getting a tire off course and qualifying can change your entire weekend. So I look forward to going out there. I love the challenge. I love the road course. To me, there's 2 good passing zones and 11 corners, so you're falling behind the guy in front of the guy in front of you on 9 of the 11 if you don't get around the guy in front of you. Keep up with me here. And I like it. It's fun to hustle the race cars. That's what really, as drivers, we like.
I always like it. It's there's just something about Sonoma there that is awesome. It's kind of it's a NASCAR weekend, but it gets us out of our box, and it's almost half a vacation, half a race weekend for us. So I think all the teams and the crew guys, the drivers, the girlfriends and wives, everybody has a good time out there.
Getting a stock car around Sonoma for the entire length of the race, with the tyres going away and the brakes going away and the drivers swarming over you like a bunch of bees on the rear bumper trying to get past you. It's really challenging, and it's a tough thing to do. And that's why you see a lot of guys that have come from road race backgrounds do okay when they turn up at Watkins Glen or Sonoma, but they don't excel. Matty Sekstrom last year was a good example. He's a DTM champion. I love those cars, and he's one of the best drivers in Europe. And he came here and he had a tough time of it. And Scott Speed's another that came through. A lot of us that have come from road racing. I'm fortunate because I've come from heavy V8 supercars that handle a little similar to a stock car, so I had a competitive advantage before I came here. But it's the biggest challenge you can get in racing is a stock car around a road course. Everything's very physical, the cars are heavy, and the competition's fierce.